I began to walk out this world within, there was so much going on that the Spirit was saying, rest, Tehesha, rest, Tehesha. And my flesh was saying, fight, fight, you gotta fight this, you gotta fight this. Get in the ring and fight. The devil's trying to take your sister, girl, you gotta fight. The moment I went to step in the ring, a minister called me and said, this battle is not yours. Hallelujah. You better rest. Yes, sir. You better rest, girl, because if you get in that ring, he gonna tear you up. Yeah. I said, it's mine. He said, I'm right here. It showed me nothing. Rest. And my flesh said, I gotta fight. It's my baby, it's my sister, it's my mother, it's my grandmother, it's somebody I want to fight for. I'm a fighter in the spirit. I will war. I tear something up in the spirit. I want to fight. Sometimes you gotta rest. I'm still alone, growing up. Lean not unto thy own understanding. All his ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. It don't make no sense sometimes when there's a war going around you and God saying, here's a perfect example of an internal struggle, an internal war. Paul. Romans chapter 7. Romans chapter 7, I have you like, what are you talking about? I want to do what? Hurry over. Romans chapter 7, 14 through 24. It says, for we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, so what I'm just saying, this is Paul talking. But Paul said this, that for that which I do, I allow not. For what I would that I do, he said that what I would that I do not do. But what I hate that I do. Now that sounds so confusing, doesn't it? I'm gonna tell you what he's saying. I want to do good, but I can't, it just won't happen. I'm trying, but then he says, if then I do that which I would not do, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then, it is no more that I do it, but the sin that dwelleth in me. Did y'all know sin dwells in us? Did y'all know it dwells? It takes up residence. Like, this is my house. And I ain't leaving. That's what sin's trying to do. But we don't kick it out today. We are serving eviction notices to sin today. Then it goes on to say in verse 18, for I know that in me, that is in my flesh, dwelleth no good thing. For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good I find not. To will to do good is with me. I want to do right. I want to. But to perform it, I just don't know how. So we want to do good, but we don't know how to do good. It sounds like it's a contradiction. Like, I want to, but how? It's like wanting to drive a car when you first start out. My mother said, this is so funny, my mother said she was so tired the other night. Everybody in the car was tired. She asked our Dallas, who was about to be 13, you know how to drive? She said, well, I don't know how, but I'll try. Seatbelts on. She said, I don't know, but I'll try. That's us. I want to do right, but you know, I don't know how. I guess I'll try. And just try. Well, all of us can say 30 or 40 years before just trying. Just trying. By now, you should know. I've been saved in 5 years next month. And there's some stuff that God just done told me, you just know that. You know. Don't play with me. Because that's how God talked to me. He talked to me like he's talking to y'all right now. Like, girl, please, you know better. Don't even try. Let a stupid thought pass on my mind. Like, you like, for real? For real. You gonna go do that? Okay, go ahead. Because I told you when you step outside of my will, you're dead. That's right. Seriously, God has told me that. The moment I step away from Him, the very moment, I'm dead. That's right. I don't know if He means naturally, but I do know it means spiritually, of course. But I am not stepping outside of the will to try and find out. Paul was struggling in Romans chapter 7. He was really struggling. He was like, oh, wretched man that I am. Who can save me? Who shall deliver me from this body of this death? Who can help me? Paul was crying out for help. Help me. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm trying, but I don't know how.
Hallelujah.
Somebody help me. That's what Paul was saying.
Jesus.
Help me. Paul, who was transformed and seen the face of God, got knocked off his donkey. He's like, help me. Yeah, you had a radical conversion, but sometimes, Lord, help me. Sometimes you gotta take the mask off.
Jesus.
Pop it off, lay it down. Lay all the, all the superficial stuff down. Put down our title and go before God and say, God, help me.
Jesus.
Help me. Because I want to do good, but I don't know how to do good. Somebody help me. War inside of us. Jesus himself in the garden. Now, if Jesus had a war on the inside, if you don't think you're going to struggle, and Jesus did, who are you? Who are you? Jesus did. Jesus said, please, God, let this cup pass from me. 3 times he said it, but on the 3rd time, see that number 3? The 3rd time Jesus said, but nevertheless, you get a nevertheless in your spirit. Not my will, thy will. That's when Jesus was like, this, I can't go. You go to the cross. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yeah, they're going to rip out my beard. They're going to spit on me. They're going to call me names. My boys going to forsake me. They're going to deny me. They're going to run. But nevertheless, I'm going to go on. You get a nevertheless in your spirit. The war that's inside of you won't be as strong. You still going to fight. But it ain't going to be as strong. Nevertheless in your spirit. Maybe that should have been my message title. Because I felt that in my spirit.
Yes.
Genesis 4:7 says this. I'm going to read the last section. It was, about Cain and Abel. Cain was crazy and killed his brother. Well, that ain't too often going on the next time out right now. Everybody killed everybody. So it's not surprising that it's in Genesis, because we see it now. God was forewarning us. It says, if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? Or if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire. And thou shalt rule over it. Listen, did you hear what God just said? He said, sin lies at your door. It's just like having, you open up your door, and also you got a big bear lying right there. Obvious. If it's a bear lying in front of your door, that's very obvious, right? Yes, it is. It's just laying there. It ain't moving, it ain't growling, it ain't doing nothing, it's just laying there. Waiting to trip you up. It's trying to make you trip up. And its desire is to have you. That means this sin that lays at your door, it's passionate after you. Passionate. It's saying, I want you. Yes. You ever went on a date? Sitting across the I ain't done this in a long time, so you done this somewhere. I don't remember last time I was on a date. But they sit across from you and they just got this look in their eyes, and you can just read it and they say, there's something about you, girl. They're just looking at you like, my desire is to have. That's what sin is doing. Y'all see how good that looks? Y'all got a visual? But that's sin sitting across the table for you. Ugly as I don't know what saying. I want you. I gotta have you. And what you doing? Hey, good. I ain't talking about GQ Smooth sitting across the table from you. I'm talking about Bucktooth Billy saying, my desire, girl, is for you. And what you saying? Hey, just dumbfounded. That's how sin be having us, just look love it a little bit. I'm like, ooh. Lord. Sin is always lying at your door, but you must move over. Now there is some sin that don't look like that too good. There is some sin that looks like Denzel. I don't even think you're all that, but my mama never saw you Denzel. Let me think of somebody. Morris Chestnut, maybe? There is some sin that looks good.
That's right.
His desire is still to have you, but you must rule over it. That means you can have dominion and authority over it. How? How do you rule over sin? How do you do that? Do y'all want to know? Do y'all want to know how you rule over sin? I'm going to show you. Look at my God, I'm going to show you. So easy. Surrender.
Yes.
When you surrender to God,
Yes.
that's all it takes. That's how you rule over sin. Total surrender. Let him go and let him go. You think you got to get in the ring and box and have a 30-day, a 40-day, a 21-day fast? Surrender. Yes, fasting is excellent. I'm not downplaying fasting. I'm not downplaying consecration. But if you surrender and go behind to Jesus, sin can't rule over you. Because you untie God's hands. Every time you get in the ring, you're like, I'm going to fight. Like the girls that was fighting, they were fighting the devil. The devil was steady for them. And swinging back at them. But the moment if you throw in the towel, you just go, that's right. I'm done. That's it. You walk away. Jesus said, I got this. I'd have already did this before. Colossians 2:15 said when he beat the devil and walked through hell, he spoiled the principalities and walked them around like some fools and said, I got this. Colossians 2:15, he spoiled the principalities and walked them around like, look how bad I am. I don't want the hell, took the keys. Told man here, you have dominion, authority, and power. And what do we do? God, I don't want that. I don't want that, God. Like some babies. Grow up in God. Surrender. Surrendering is not a weakness. It is a sign of strength. I told Bishop, I said, the one thing that I love more than anything, not more than anything, but I just love to watch it, is a man worship God. Why? Let me tell you why. Because men are pillars. You know what I'm saying? Men are pillars. Men are strong. They are built to protect. They are built. Stand up, Bishop, if you don't mind. That's a pillar. He is the pillar of this church. But when he begins to worship, go to worship God.
Hallelujah!
Do you see that? That is awesome. A man worshiping God. That is a beautiful thing to me. Because they are built to be strong. They are built to protect. They are built to stand the test of time. But when they can go, Jesus.